Emeryville, California, just outside of Oakland, and we're here to look at that boat there, Alessandra, a Grand Soleil 50. It's a little bit different design than the one we saw last week. We're waiting for the broker to arrive. We got here a bit early this morning.
So we're just gonna enjoy the morning view because it's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. Nice little marina here.
Protected marina.
You can see there's breakwater out there. But we need to get through that gate in order to see the boat.
So we'll just hang out.
So we're gonna hang out.
And overall, it's just a large, nice boat, you know. And we had a chance to look at the video on our website of it under sail. Our skipper really enjoyed it.
You know, I never did see that. I don't know why, but
Yeah, it's on the Yacht World ad and it's on our website. So
Track for the mainsail.
what is this track that runs up the back of the mast?
that's for the main. It's a Schaefer in-boom furling.
Okay.
So the main runs up.
So it's
that
not a
track.
leisure furl, it's a...
No.
So that's how they handle the bolt rope, as it were. Huh. So there is an inner forestay. This is like a storm staysail.
Oh, okay.
Electric windlass.
Large sail locker, and it's filled with gear, including like a new water maker. You're not going to see much there. There's also access to that locker from them inside.
Okay.
So you say there's a water maker that's not installed?
Exactly.
Okay.
There's quite a bit of inventory in there. Yeah, we kind of packed it up. When we brought the boat over here. A lot of that stuff was in the small shower in the master stateroom.
Okay.
Wasn't a good place for it.
No.
Any idea how much chain there is on that anchor?
You know, I do not know how much is on there. You know, usually there's 250 feet, but
Oops, sorry, honey.
I don't think they did a hell of a lot of anchoring.
Yeah, so I take it no dinghy life
No.
raft?
There's no raft either.
Okay. You know, it's so clearly a different boat than the newer Grand Soleils. I mean, when you look at winches like this, you just don't see them on production boats anymore.
No.
Yeah, you know, I mean, look at this monster.
That wheel.
Yeah.
Look at those winches.
He's got a new Bmg Zeus System, which can hook up either out here at the binnacle or down at the nav station also.
I don't know what that is.
It's kind of the latest and greatest in the Bmg line.
Okay.
He's extremely enthusiastic about the boat. He says, you know, I could sail this thing around. He says, my wife doesn't think so, but I could.
Well,
He said, the problem is,
help him.
if I did it, she'll divorce me.
Yeah.
I'm too old to find another wife.
That is a serious problem if a couple is not on the same.
This is beautiful. This old. That's cool. Wooden boat.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
Hours shown here. Engine hours are reputed to be about 900. 800 to 900, but I don't see it anywhere. See that? High and low speed.
That in the lazarette there is a couple of lines, and you can drop that down, and makes a nice boarding platform. And
you know, this is the other thing about the older boats is that
it's pretty nice inside, yeah. It's a split head arrangement. You know, this is probably the master. Some people think that the Pullman is a nicer stateroom because of the ceiling height. But your stall shower is over here. And then your head compartment over here.
right.
There's additional engine access here, as well as under the
stairs.
companionway steps. See if I can get some lights on in here.
So this is hot water. I take it, right? Mark. This.
Yes.
Okay. And then what's this? A Yanmar.
This is a Yanmar. There's relatively low hours on it. It's light in the engine compartment.
I've got my phone here. So a direct drive system. No bow thruster. I would take it.
No bow thruster, no. I think it's around 350 hours on the engine.
That would be low. I thought I saw it said something like 1800, but I could have gotten that mixed up with somebody else. Interesting, they got a Simrad repeater right here in the master. It's actually a pretty comfortable bed one.
Yeah.
You know, these through holes are in great shape in comparison to some of the others. I'm wondering if they've been switched out at all.
Well, you can see some, you know, some of it is the fact that it's been a freshwater boat.
Yeah.
You just look at the salt
Wear and tear.
corrosion.
Switch up here, there it is. Okay.
That lifts up. Yeah.
Mark, I'm not so sure how this latch works on the engine room door.
Oh, okay.
It's I mean, was it? There's a handle kind of over on the
I'm
side.
sorry, there's 660 hours on this, on the main.
Really?
Which is so relatively light. Even 1800, like you say, that's, as long as they've been maintained, that's not much on a Yanmar. We have a cruising couple that has almost 11,000.
That's getting to the end of the life.
Yeah.
That's the end of it for most boats. Over 10,000 that they start to.
Yeah, it's
Compression
funny though.
tests don't.
They spent 23 years cruising. They did the canal 4 times, and that engine still fires if it doesn't smoke or anything. It runs.
Awesome.
Good. You know, if they took care of it.
Yeah, he is mechanical, and they put it in brand new when they launched on their cruising. And
You know, one of the things, Wendy, that you notice here is that the fiddles and stuff are just thicker on the older boats. They're not, perhaps maybe not as weight conscious as they are now, but I think a lot of it has to do with money as well.
well, the cost of the teak has gone up so high, you know, and so you don't see as much solid wood, and if you do, you don't see as thick a piece. See, some people think this is a nicer stateroom. These are the cushions for the salon table if you convert that to a berth.
I think this is where lead cloths hook in.
Yeah.
Okay, it's kind of set up for that already.
Lead cloths here.
Yep.
So that's all set to go.
Let's take it all, everything, all this cabin sole is screwed down.
And here is storage.
About it being storage.
This here is that Bmg unit I mentioned.
Yep.
So you can see it'll mount on the binnacle. These have like a internal Wi-Fi system on them that I believe
Card goes.
displays the autopilot data and everything on that. So it's kind of a nice unit, relatively new. Just kept in here for safekeeping.
Yep. You know, Garmin and Raymarine and Bmg are at war with each other right now over trying to get as many features into their plotters as they possibly can, and it's great, I think, for the consumer. It's hard. I don't have a preference. I don't know enough about them to know which is the best. But it looks to me as though, you know, each of them has a really high-end product.
Chicago Yacht Club.
Raymarine kind of jumped ahead a bit, only because there's a ditch bag here.
It's probably an E-Perb or something in there, looks like. I see the
They still have
ACR.
some personal gear on board, but great guy. I mean, you get on the horn with this guy, and he's so enthusiastic. He loves this boat. He'll just talk and talk and talk. He was so excited when we picked up the boat and took it out and got the sails up and filmed the video and everything. All this is perfect. Mick in our office, when she shoots the boat, she kind of routinely makes them up with these navy blue, which you can see it's like brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She feels that the photos come out better with the darker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll tell you, one of the things I don't like is kind of the, I guess what our friend Brent calls a Hirschoff interior, like very stark white, lots of, you know, not much in the way of wood. I think that's the use of wood on the interior, I think, is a really big selling point.
It is, yeah.
Oh, it's just not a boat if it's white. It's like a hotel.
A lot of storage. These are probably covers for the upholstery.
Yep. That's what I would think as well. Tablecloths, perhaps.
There's nice storage throughout the yacht. Everything's locked in. You've got hanging space, drawer space.
I like this cushion material as well.
It's nice.
It is nice, yeah.
It's not leather. It's not going to get ruined because it got wet. It's like a suede
I think it is a suede.
It's probably an ultra suede.
Synthetic suede, perhaps.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Hard to say. Yeah, this is this whole thing, like, yeah, there you go.
Tea filters.
Storage under there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I like to open the
Yeah.
curtain so you can see there's no leakage or anything. We had the boat in another slip. And when we went to move it over here, we lost power. And couldn't understand what happened. There's plenty of fuel in the tank. And the Raycor looked fine. Everything looked fine. It turned out there's an emergency fuel shutoff here in case you had an engine room fire. And somebody grabbed that and pulled that out. So, oops.
Well, that's the best case scenario that you're ever going to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's kind of an odd place, you know. It's a little bit.
Yeah.
There are some scratches in the gel coat on the other side of the boat. Good anchor system. Double roller. A huge Harkin furler.
So no bad thruster.
No. Just making some adjustments to the fenders.
So there's an uninstalled water maker, and then there's room for a generator, but there's not a generator currently, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's a place for a
Place
generator
for it.
in that lazarette.
Yeah.
downtown San Francisco. Escadero?
We got off at the Embarcadero. We're on
Embarcadero. We're on Washington Street.
Walking
Through San Francisco. Saw some lovely boats this morning. Very much enjoyed ourselves. We'll see another one tomorrow. Got a Swan 46 tomorrow. So.
The one that I initially
This is obviously the second trip that we've made to see a boat. We loved San Francisco. It was a fantastic place. Mark Miner was just a wonderful broker. He's a very, very knowledgeable guy, a very personable guy. And if people are in the West Coast and are looking for a broker, you could certainly do worse than choosing Mark. He just welcomed us with open arms, and we've greatly appreciated it. The boat itself, the Grand Soleil 50, the little older Grand Soleil 50, the Doug Peterson designed Grand Soleil, is a great. It looks to be a great offshore boat. However, this particular one, as you've kind of seen in the videos, is set up really probably more for day sailing and club racing. And the owner really never spent a whole lot of time sleeping aboard the boat. He and his wife just kind of came back in the evenings, I think, and tied her up and went off to drink some cocktails. And unfortunately, that kind of is a problem for us, because we really do need things like biminies and stern arches and generators, water makers. This one has a water maker, but it's not installed, and of course the teak issue. The teak is not holding up well. And it would be a large expense to replace that. And we're talking like between $45,000 and $55,000 to re-teak the decks of a 50-foot boat. Now, if you go to Mexico, apparently you can get it done cheaper, but I'm not so sure that the quality of the workmanship would be up to par. And even in America, I'm not sure that the quality of the workmanship would be up to par. And to do it yourself is a monumental task. You're talking about probably an entire summer of gluing and shaping and getting pieces of wood. I mean, if you were to do it intelligently, you take all the pieces off and number them and duplicate each piece of teak, and then put the whole thing back like a puzzle. And that's what I would do if I was going to tackle a job like that. But I think that for the price point that we're looking to be in, if we have to do a lot of upgrades to the boat, it's going to become something that takes way too much time. So we are going to continue to look and see what we can do. Like I've said before, I'm a handy guy. I can do a lot of these projects myself, but I also don't want to be in a 5-year refit project with something like this. I'd rather spend that time actually cruising and sailing, which is the point. The rest of it is drudgery after a while. It really is. If you put your nose to it and really get on it, it can be a very rewarding experience to refit a boat. But let me tell you, from having done it, that if you think you're going to save money by buying a fixer-upper beater boat and building it back up from scratch, it's a years-long process. And there's people all over the web that you'll see that have tackled these types of projects, and they've spent decades working on the boats and trying to get them fixed up and doing it a little bit at a time because it's so expensive, and they never really get to sail. And maybe that's okay if you're just looking for a hobby of fixing up a boat, but that's really not what we're looking to do. We're looking to actually sail, and if we have to do repairs and upgrades along the way, then we're prepared. But we just don't want to get a boat that's not suited to our purposes. So that said, we're going to keep the Grand Soleil 50 in mind. it had, were the price right, and we could afford to put, $100,000 into the boat, we could probably bring it up to what we wanted it to be. But the owner of this boat is very proud of the boat and loves it, thinks it's the greatest thing in the world. And when you're buying a boat from somebody who's sentimentally attached to it, they're not going to be real excited about coming down on price. And they might, if the wife is saying sell the damn thing, then perhaps, but they'll do it grudgingly, maybe. But I'm getting the feeling this guy really wants top dollar for this boat because he loves it so much. And that speaks well to the boat, but it kind of puts it out of our price range when we take into consideration the upgrades that would be required. So that said, feel free to discuss and comment, and we'll just move forward from there. Hope you like the videos, and if there's anything that if you like them, definitely press the like button. It helps get us in the rotation with other people doing the same type of stuff that we'd like to do. So have fun, and we'll talk soon. Here's a fixer-upper for you right here. This thing has been abused. It's truly in need of major repair. Plywood hatch covers, duct tape on the bottom of the mast. I'm sure it leaks like crazy inside. Lifelines are all gone on this side. It's been salvaged from somewhere. This spade anchors suck. I hate them. Another fixer-upper here. Surprised they have it in such a nice marina.
I used to be part